Thanks, guys, for being here. Every time you're a speaker and you're in a breakout session after lunch, you don't know how many people will show up, so thank you. So today we heard a lot about testing and getting volume and traffic to your site so you can do accurate testing, and I think this session will help you a lot with that. So a little bit about me. I'm the co-founder of MindValley Hispano. We sell personal development products and courses in the Spanish market. I'm from Argentina. You can get that probably from my accent. I sold more than $25 million worth of products, and because I never been venture-backed, I needed that money to come back to me when I spend on ads. So basically, this is a very ROI-based type of talk. Some of the industries I sold or helped clients sold stuff on, like from gold bars in Indonesia to bus tickets in Malaysia to landing page software to a lot of info products and hardwood charcoal, whatever, that doesn't matter. So what I'm going to talk about here is some observations that I got from helping startups, investing in startups, or doing consulting for startups on distribution. So when I get in a project with a startup or go to an acceleration program to mentor some of the startups, most of the funnels look like this. So basically, you have your customer, they are searching something on Google, or if you're selling diapers, you target moms on Facebook, and then they go to your website, and hopefully you make money, right? And most of the startups start this way, and basically, they find out that, let's say you have a social network for cats or something like that, and people search social network for cats. There are probably a few of those. They go to a landing page, they sign up, they give you money, and you say, oh, that was awesome. My customer acquisition cost is less than my lifetime value. Now I go and pitch a lot of VCs every time I put $1 in to come back. So I should get a lot of money. And most of the time, or not most of the time, but with the companies I talked to, they got the money. So the VC believed in that metric, and they gave money. So now the guy, the CEO goes and says, oh, okay, I have these 150, 200, 500, $1 million in the bank. Let's go and spend it all in PPC. Turns out there are not that many people searching for social network for cats, right? And now that guy doesn't know how to spend the money that the VC gave them. And also, the problem is he got that unit economic a little bit wrong, because the media, the cost of getting one customer is not the cost of getting like millions of customers. You start doing other type of things. So the problems you encounter with this type of approach when you are so linear in the thinking and you don't run a broad of tests on how you get traffic is, first, you don't really know how much traffic is out there. Yeah, you got a couple people to convert. You thought you had product market fit, but now you've proven the product theory, but now how are you going to prove your growth theory, right? So if you're in a competitive market like CRM, you need to pay like $50 per click to get a click to your website. You will quit very quickly. And even if you make it work, it's hard to scale. What would you do to get more people searching for that main keyword, like social network for cats? It's very hard. So the other problem that happens, and I've seen happen with a lot of startups, they promise the VC, hey, our customers cost us $1. And what that means is that you're allowed in your board meetings to spend $1 to get a customer. Then you go and you want to go broad, and it costs you a lot more. So you post the campaign, and basically you're in a catch-22 where you cannot get out because you got that unit economic wrong. And then because of poor growth or results, you start saying, oh, it's my product. My product is not working. So you start tweaking your product without data, because you don't have enough users going to your product. So that creates a product, that creates the problem that you're actually imagining what should be better for your users. And again, if you have a product that is too innovative, like let's say Uber, who was searching for like car sharing app or whatever? Nobody. So if you're only doing that type of targeting, it's basically very hard to grow that, to grow a startup. And then a very common ignored fact is that media rarely gets more efficient as you scale. Once you start buying more customers, you start drying up channels, and you need to move on channels that are a little bit less efficient or more expensive. And then you end up, you have here pay-per-click search marketing, where people are searching for your product, all the way to a Super Bowl ad, right? So media is not super effective or efficient when you're scaling. So my recommendation is that you go from these, when you're trying to validate and test your startup, to something like this. Because this is the type, if you start spending a little bit more money and trying all these things and averaging out your customer acquisition cost, will give you a lot better unit economic than you doing only the search campaign. Make sense? Good. So keep in mind, and this has been brought up a little bit, distribution won't make your product suck less. You can send a lot of traffic, but if your product sucks, it sucks. But we'll get the data to fix it. So the normal cycle now is you launch, you got press coverage, some friends, some users, but they don't stick to your product. So you deploy some fixes, mostly based on intuition, because you didn't get enough users in the first time. And now you go and say, okay, they're fixed. You email the guys, and it turns out you're out of friends and press coverage, and you're not the new thing. So what do? You'll need some fresh blood, and I think this is where this presentation can help you. So how about we build a switch that gets you targeted but diverse instant paid traffic? So that's the main goal of this talk. So if you allow me to explain that and you test it, what will happen is it will save you a lot of time and will make you learn faster. So first, there's no such thing as free traffic. You either pay the traffic with time, like blogging and doing content marketing and social media, or with money. And I really believe, you don't know if you're going to be a good blogger when you're blogging. But you do know that if I give Facebook money, traffic comes. So with all the uncertainties we have in a startup, why don't you kill one of those uncertainties and you just pay the guys that send you the traffic? You go to the traffic store and you buy some traffic, right? So SEO works, and it's beautiful because it's free traffic. But normally, when I talk to the companies, they go and say, oh, I'm doing SEO. They are doing SEO for some keyword that they will pivot away of that keyword multiple times. All that thing is wasted. All that effort is wasted. And normally, when they get a little bit of traction, the acceleration period is over. And again, you can turn paid traffic on and off as you wish, make tweaks, pause it, and turn it on back and again when you finish tweaking your website. And again, this is about the uncertainties. And I'm aware that paid traffic doesn't work for every business model. Maybe your business model requires to actually go viral. But if you're testing your viral loop, it's a lot better that you send 1,000 visitors day one, you see what happened, and then after that you say, oh, it didn't work. So you turn off the traffic, you tweak it a little bit, and then you send 1,000 visitors again. If you didn't do that, what will happen is, oh, I waited today, I got 2 visitors, and then I got 3 visitors. And after, 7 days, 10 days, or a month, you said, oh, this is not going viral. It's a lot faster if you can test that with paid traffic. So here's the switch. My proposition to you is that you build these 20+ campaigns that you can turn on and off, so you get a burst of traffic, you learn from that traffic, and then you move on to the next experiment. So let's imagine we had that traffic switch. Who wants something like that? Is it cool or not? Yeah? Awesome. So here are some campaigns types that I think you need to build for your startup. So the first one is very easy. Google search, your main keyword, right? You're in the CRM market, you bid on the keyword CRM. It's a little bit expensive, the volume is medium, you have high competition, and then the conversion rate could be medium because you're just starting and your funnel is not optimized and whatever. So, and then if you may be in a very expensive market, like CRM, you will pay $37, $44 per click. That's not budget friendly for startups. So the other thing is to do a Google search campaign for your brand, and you're telling me, Juan, you know, nobody knows me. Nobody will search for me in Google. No, maybe not the first time, but maybe after they went to your site, they will search for you. And yeah, of course, you will be probably the first one. But if you could have like the 10 spots there, would you take them? Yeah. So you're recognizing that more spots and better than less spots. So why don't you have 2 spots? After all, you won't spend that much money on here. But then what you can do is do a Google search campaign for your competitors' keywords or products that replace your product. For example, here you can see if someone searches for Kiss Metrics, actually Mixpanel is running an ad saying, tired of your reports hanging. So if someone is actually thinking on buying Kiss Metrics and they see that ad, at least I have a way to kind of say, oh, maybe I should check these guys out. And here's the campaigns that I think will get you the most traffic, and a lot of people don't think about them, which is Google search for lateral thinking. So suppose you are in the CRM market, and it's very expensive to be in the CRM market because click costs $50. What do? So basically what you do is you go and create a campaign that says, okay, who am I selling to? Probably a sales manager, VP of sales. What are these guys searching for also that is not CRM, but by them searching that thing allows me to sell my product and push my product. So for example here, Excel dashboard for sales, that query is only searched by a VP of marketing, SEO, CEO, or whatever. So I can put my product there. So this is where I think you will get a lot of opportunities to push your products. And for example, we have a weight loss product in the Spanish market. Weight loss is a very competitive category. I'm competing with the guys that have spa treatments and dietitian and nutrition supplements, and I sell a $30 ebook in Spanish. As you can see, I haven't read it that much, but in any case, so a lot more. But I could target people that, like if a woman is targeting for buying diapers for a 3 years old, what do I know about that person? That she probably has baby weight that wants to lose. If she's into wedding dresses, I can say, are you sure your wedding dress will fit you? You know, that type of stuff. But again, I'm not competing on that competitive marketing. If someone is searching for a wedding gift, that means, my wife is going to a wedding. I know she wants to be the thinnest in that wedding, so I can go and target ads at her. If a girl is searching for how to breastfeed, again, I know she's a mom. She's probably new with this thing, and she has some baby weight. Turns out, those type of thinking, you don't have that many competition, and it's the exact same customer that you could target that way. So now you have these 4 approaches in Google search. Now let's apply these 4 approaches on Google Display Network. So when people are reading blogs or articles or web pages about your topics or about your main keywords, I have 5 minutes. Sorry. Sorry. So you apply that on Google Display Network, your main keywords, when someone is searching for your competitor, when someone is searching for your brand, and when someone is searching for all the other things. So which one is the second search engine in the world? YouTube. So when someone is watching videos about your brand, about your competitors, about you, about things that interest them, or about all the other things, you can actually target them with YouTube ads. Then you have Gmail ads. So because of the Can Spam Act, if someone is sending you an email, I can actually need to put my address there, and I can target people who are sending, if you're a competitor to Netflix, you can put the Netflix address here. Or if Amazon sends you a receipt about a book about sales, I can target those guys. You get the point. So then you can do remarketing via Google. So you go target people who went to your checkout page but didn't complete the purchase. target people who activated but did not purchase with an ad like you're missing these features, target people that sign up but did not activate, target people that visited that visited but did not sign up, and then you can do the same on Facebook with remarketing. And this will boost your conversion rate on all over your overall activities, right? You can do the same thing on Facebook, and then you can run Facebook campaigns on a lookalike audience from your customers, a lookalike audience from your leads, and all these things that will be in the presentation when you, when you see. And then what works, when works, I need to go, 3 minutes. Okay, what works, you clone it into Yahoo and Bing, because there are some people that they still use those websites. So, is it worth the trouble? Yeah, it's not only worth it, but if you look at some of my campaigns, 83% from the traffic comes from display and the lateral thinking approach, and and 87% of the conversions. So you will need to create a shit ton of ads to do all these things. How do you do it? You use this tool called the customer empathy map, and you project this on the wall, and you start imagining about your prospect, and you put post-its on it. And you have all these post-its, and every time you have, a mom feels fat and wants to lose weight, you get that post-it, create 2 ads, and you take it off, and now you have ads. And if you do that with your team, you will come up with a lot of creative things. So these are my heroes about lateral thinking, taking lateral thinking to the extreme. An important disclaimer, apologies if this is viewed as somewhat racy or classy. Basically, 500 Startup doesn't have anything to do with this example, but I think it's a good example on lateral thinking. So these guys, what they did is they created order delivery service, and it was very expensive to be done delivery of food in San Francisco or whatever. But because they did the customer empathy map, they recognized that if you did the thing, then you were hungry. So what happens is they did that, and it turns out there's a lot of traffic going on there. Like X videos on YouPorn is more visited than the Wall Street Journal. Good job. The cost per impression is only very minimal. You're competing with guys that, they announce the same things, and the design skills are not that good. So they created banners like this. And the results are, and this is an actual case study, the results are more customers at the same cost, 4x the retention. They sold the company for $134 million, so that means these things work. And am I telling you to announce in porn websites? No. But actually, I'm telling you to test these lateral approaches because they work. So things that you need to do before you start, here's a checklist. You can get it on my slide deck. Make sure you do them. Sorry, I'm horrible at calculating how much time will this take. But I want one more step to the build, measure, learn cycle. Remember that learning happens with traffic. So you build, you measure, you learn, but the next loop, you actually need to build whatever you did, get more traffic, and just make sure you budget money and time for that, because of most of the startups I work with, they don't do that. And then the last story I want to leave you guys with is basically, I used to play chess a lot when I was a kid. Then I became a marketer and lost half of my IQ. But if you were to beat Kasparov at chess, I was playing, I'm almost done. I was playing a game where I could pause the game, move the pieces, and then unpause it. And every time I did that, I won to the game in the computer. And in business, you can actually do that. If you move faster, if you get more traffic than your competition, and now you're allowed to run all these split tests that these guys were talking about in the morning with, a reasonable amount of traffic, you can move a lot faster. So I think, well, now they call it growth hacking selling. Like, for me, it's doing my job. Thank you, and happy growing, and sorry for the extra time.